So this morning we're going to do a tutorial in Photoshop on posterizations, and I have already chosen a photo that I left on the screen, the background here on the desktop, and you can see it's got all kinds of colors and textures, and we'll see what happens when I break it down into its black and white layers or gray layers. So we'll see what happens. Okay, so I'm opening Photoshop. And this time I'm just gonna open the photo itself. So I'm gonna go to open as opposed to new. And I'm gonna literally open the photo that I put on the desktop. Now the first thing you wanna check is make sure this photo is, guys, I'm recording. Okay. So I'm going to have to edit that. Oh, it's all right. So one of the things you need to do is you need to watch the size. This at this moment will not fit on a piece of paper. Okay? So I want you to resize it. You go to image, image size, and you want to be sure a couple of things. One, that it'll fit on a sheet of paper. So if I make this 7 across, can be 6. Yeah, let's do 6 across. And now it's going to be 6 by 9, which is a good size. It's 300 resolution. That's fine. You don't want it to be 72. 200 is fine. 300 is fine. But it will give you a better definition between your layers. All right, so you may have noticed at this point that there are rulers top and bottom. Command 0 brings you to full size. If you do not see these rulers and want to look at your rulers, you have to go to View, click on that, and make sure this check is next to the rulers, and then your rulers will show up. All right, so a little trickery here before we do anything else. I'm going to make a copy of this layer. This protects you from ruining the original photograph. So you just take this, turn the eyeball off. Plus, when it's in the first layer, a lot of times you see this lock, and that is protecting you from yourself. In other words, so you don't damage the final copy. And now we have this background copy. The first thing I want you to do is change it to a black and white photo. The easiest way to do that is to go to here to image and then adjustments, and then look for black and white, which is right here. All right, and we'll leave it there. All right, and so now you see we have so many different layers of black and white there. We have several layers of gray. All right, so now we're going to go back up to image, and now we're going to group those layers into where we only have 4 levels in there. So we go to here, adjustments, and posterize. And immediately we have 4 levels, and that includes white. All right, so if you see, you can see the white, you can see the light gray, dark gray, and then black. Now, you may want to go ahead and try 5. And you just leave the white and only color. So this way I have white, light gray, medium gray, dark medium gray, and then black. Depends on the picture as to whether you want to separate these on the layers. Depends on how you do it. I'm going to leave it with 5 right now and not select the white eventually. And I won't fill that color. I'll leave that as accent color. So if I were you, I would start like one end or the other. Start with all black or start with the light gray, whichever you like. But I'm going to start with the lightest gray, and I'm going to use the magic wand tool. I've showed a lot of you how to use that. If you do not find it in the toolbox, like mine's right there, you might have to go to this 3 dots and create it yourself, a space for it, which I will show you how to do as needed. Okay, so I'm going to select the magic wand tool. And we may have to play with this number right here. This says tolerance. And just like the word tolerance, it's how much it can stand of a certain level. So the lower the tolerance, the closer it'll stick to a certain color. I'm going to change this to 10, just right off the bat. All right, so as soon as I click on one of these colors, it will see how it picked only a selected part in this area right here. That's that light gray. Then I'm going to go to select, similar, and it will pick up all of the things that were approximately that light gray. All right, and now I'm going to add, while that's still on, you notice we call that marching ants when it's got something selected. Okay, and I'm going to select the plus, and now what you see is marching ants. Whatever I fill it with is going to go on this layer. And I'm going to go I'm going to double click here, and I'm going to call this blue. Whoops, no, I'm not. What did it do? Come here. Now. BLU. Okay, blue. All right. So now I'm going to go edit, fill, color, check again, drag this up to a nice medium blue, click OK, and OK. All right. And then while it's still selected, I'm going to hit Command and D together. That deselects, okay? So now you have a blue layer, and I'm going to turn that off for right now. Then I'm going to go back to my background copy, because you have to select from the background copy to get a difference in that gray. And now I'm going to go to the medium gray with the magic wand tool, which is kind of up in this flag right here. See how it picked all of this? Now what it's doing is it's grabbing all of that color that's touching it all. Now I'm going to go back and get the rest of it by select similar. We'll see, that may have gotten too much. I'm going to add, now I'm going to click on this blue layer because I really want this layer to go above, and then hit the plus sign. It will go above there. Now I'm going to go edit, fill, and I'm thinking about my colors as instead of doing what I'm supposed to do. The opposite of blue, I think the complementary color is like orange. Do a nice medium orange, Clemson orange. All right. Oh, that's good. That's not too bad. All right. And now I'm going to do Command D. All right. So now we have two colors together. Do you see what happened? Pretty cool, right? Now I want you guys, you can play around with some of the stuff. Like, do you see I only have two, and if I drag this orange under the blue, what happens? You may like that better. You see how you can rearrange these layers so one of them stands out more than the other, right? All right, so I'm going to turn these off. We're going to go get a third color. And at some point you may want, I've chosen 5 different levels. I'm not going to fill the white, I already knew. All right, but the 4, if I decide I get to 3 and that's enough detail, you can stop, all right? So now I'm going to go to the dark gray, although that's got the maple leaf in it, so I probably should at least get that for the Canadian flag. And again, go select similar. A lot of these exercises you'll see that I'm trying to do repetitive stuff so you can remember the steps. Again, add a new layer. I'm going to go on top of what we already had. So wherever you go, that's what it'll do. And then let's see. I didn't do right because we should have done split complementary, and I can't remember what it is. All right, let's just pick. I'll pick another bright color. We'll just go with yellow, because I like yellow, and I think in this set it will work. All right, click OK, OK. Oh yeah, that's going to be good. All right, Command D, and turn that off, and I'm going to go get one more, which is the black. See how much that does. Select similar. We'll see, go above here, and hit new layer. And select, edit, fill, color, and let's do green. How dark a green? Let's go, no, let's make it bright. Okay. Okay. So now if I turn them all on, what do I get? Isn't that cool looking? And again, I don't know how you guys are. You don't have to do bright colors. You can do monochromatic colors if you like them, like a set of 4 blues that are all in a line. You can do any kind of thing like that you want. Also, you can move these colors around. Not sure I like the green. Looks like the green's the most. There's the blue a little higher level. What if we turn the green off altogether? Then it turns black. But that we can turn off, right? You can, no, see that did. So you got some decisions to make. You want to like that? Do you want to turn that off, turn that back on? Switch the colors around. So like say you decide I don't like that green. All right, so I'm going to go back in here and I'm going to double click. What happens if I double click? No, that won't work. Okay. So you just select the green while you're on that layer. Select similar. All right, turn that layer off. Make a new layer. What color should I put instead of green? Purple. Purple it is. What the heck did I just do? Command Z. Undo. Amazing. Edit. Fill. Color. Color. Now choose a color. Choose like royal purple or violet. Violet's about there or to there. Depends on how you look at it. Color is weird, isn't it? Oh, yeah, see, nice. You can also give it a depth. You remember we were talking about on a layer, you can put a drop shadow. This might give it a little, I don't know what it'll do. Sometimes it does crazy things. Sometimes it, that's kind of cool. Look at there. See the depth it gives it when you do a little drop shadow on one of the layers? That's just one layer. I wouldn't do it on too many. I bet it gets weird. They'll start grabbing over each other and look weird. Yeah. I don't know.